Welcome back to my weekly NFL Pick'em. Man, it feels good to say that again. I am so fired up for the 100th season of NFL football to kick off this week. By the way, get ready to be sick of the NFL forcing that big 100 down your throat this year. For some reason, 2019 feels more wide open than it has in over a decade. Fans from every team should feel optimistic right now, like things could fall their way and they just might have a chance to make some noise. Well, everybody except Colts fans. I still don't even know how you guys are getting out of bed in the morning, to be honest. Sorry, too soon. If this is your first time here, I hope you guys will subscribe and stay along for the journey. So each week I'll set a goal for us to hit, and if we do, then I'll continue to make these videos. The week one goal in this video is 100 likes. Let's start easy, and it's gonna go up each week. But if we don't hit that goal, then you can just assume that I'm tired and broken down from the grind like Andrew Luck. And I also have a special announcement to make. I was thinking that I would close this Pick'em group that we had last year. We had over 800 members. It was awesome, overwhelmingly cool that you guys all wanted to be a part of that. But I was thinking that I would close the group to YouTube members only because I love you guys, but I got 3 kids over here to feed, and these weekly videos, they take a lot of time and they only last a week. But because you were all so helpful last year in hitting those weekly like goals, I was able to land our first sponsor for the weekly Pick'em. Mama, we made it. Big shout out to MyBookie for sponsoring this video and sponsoring this series. I've been waiting for a sponsorship that actually lines up with what we're doing here at this channel, and so many people last year would ask me to pick against the spread anyways, so here we are. Let's get ready to gamble our life savings away. MyBookie offers up to a $1,000 match on a deposit, so I'm going to be using this all season to be making picks here, and hopefully I'll be giving you guys some solid advice. So yeah, so shout out to mybookie.ag. Guys, go give them a try out. Use my promo code NFLRT, and that's going to get you double your money. So if you deposit $20, you're going to have $40 show up in your account. With the new changes to the law about betting and gambling and stuff, this stuff is all legit now, so I'm going to personally give it a try this year because I think I did pretty well picking games last year, and I'm going to see how that translates into winning some bets this year. Last year, I made all the picks on Tuesday before the injury reports and whatever came out. I'll be doing the same thing again this year, and I went 157, 97, and 2, which ended up around the top 50 in our Pick'em group. So I guess I was pretty proud of that. But enough about me and enough about boasting about last year. I'm trying to top that record this year. That is my personal goal. If you were in the Pick'em last year, I'm sorry, you probably can't look your goal up because NFL.com doesn't care about your past usage on their platform. I was only able to see it because I had documented it all via video. This year, I'm switching it up and we're moving from NFL's Pick'em platform to ESPN's Pigskin Pick'em. And this is mostly because ESPN's is just better. I picked NFL last year because I knew that I was going to screen record everything and the interface looks better over there. So if you want to join, there's going to be a link in the description. I'd love to have you as a part of it. Last year, I gave away a $50 NFL Shop gift card, but I guess since it's year 2, we got to step it up, and we'll give the overall winner for the entire season a $100 gift card to the NFL Shop. What's cool also about ESPN's is they actually give you prizes and awards and stuff for being one of the top pickers each week and overall anyways, whereas the NFL is just like, oh, here's our service, you're welcome for using it. And then one of the rules, or one of the things I like about ESPN's, is the ability to drop your lowest week. So if you miss a week or just completely bomb a week, that actually doesn't factor into your overall scores. You get one mulligan. Let's get started with week 1. Kicking off this 2019 NFL season, we've got Packers at Bears. I guess the NFL figured we're all sick of the Patriots winning Super Bowls, so for the centennial kickoff celebration, we can just ignore the tradition of having the champs play the first game of the year. I mean, you know I'm cool with it. This was actually an interesting matchup to start the season last year. I remember thinking Khalil Mack might need a week or 2 to get acclimated after the trade from the Raiders, and then he went and single-handedly wrecked the Packers offense, and probably the season, because Aaron Rodgers was not the same after that game. That was the beginning of the Aaron Rodgers pouting tour as he set off to get Mike McCarthy fired. I do see a bounce back season from Rodgers this year, but I think this one's got to go to the home team. Bears win. Falcons at Vikings. The Falcons were episode 2 in my road to the Super Bowl series, and it's because this is one of the deepest rosters in the league. In fact, there's going to be an absurd amount of talent on the field in this game for both teams. I'd probably be all in on the Vikings this year if they didn't treat me like a clingy girlfriend in 2019. It's going to take some damage control to repair this relationship, Kirk, okay? Falcons win. Bills at Jets. This is the, hey, we're up next for the AFC East Bowl. The winner will undoubtedly think that they are the heir to run the division after Patriots. They'll even be in first place for a few hours here, and you just know that some of the players will be dreaming up a scenario where they actually win the division this year. But like I said, a few hours later, that dream comes crashing to a reality when the Patriots beat the Steelers. In this one though, Jets win. Titans at Browns. Here come the Brownies, y'all. Everybody's 2019 darling after the epic offseason they had. That reminds me, make sure you check out my Road to the Super Bowl series where I buy all in on a team and break down how they can win the Super Bowl. This Browns offense is now looking like it has the potential to keep up with the Chiefs and Rams of the league after acquiring Odell Beckham Jr. The Titans have an underrated defense and may keep this offense in check for the most part, opening the door for everyone to question the very explosiveness I just mentioned. However, don't sleep on this Browns defense. I think that it's going to carry them at some point in the season, and I'm leaning towards the beginning of the year because that's typically when the defenses are a little bit ahead of the offense. Browns win. Chiefs at Jaguars. The Chiefs don't really count as a West Coast team, but this still won't be an easy road trip for them. The Jaguars should bounce back this year after moving on from Blake Bortles, and Leonard Fournette, he's at least healthy at the beginning of the season, right? So the Chiefs could be on an early upset alert here, but I can't trust this Jaguars team until I see it from them again. Jalen Ramsey will be shadowing Tyreek Hill, so that should be pretty interesting because I think that Jalen Ramsey's a beast. I would have drafted him for the Cowboys at number 4 overall instead of Ezekiel Elliott. That's how much I think of Jalen Ramsey, but he doesn't have that long speed like Tyreek Hill, and hashtag never forget, Ramsey once called Tyreek Hill a return specialist over and over again.
He's good for what he does for their team. He made All-Pro as a return specialist. Let's get that right. As a return specialist, his rookie year, he went to 2 Pro Bowls as a return specialist. 2 years, I made All-Pro in my position as a corner. Went to the Pro Bowl as a corner. So it's not a wide receiver versus corner matchup. So we can get that out of the way off bat.
Watch. Bye. And that's Hill right there.
Chiefs win. Moving on to Sunday with the 1 o'clock Eastern games, we've got Rams at Panthers. For the record here, I use home field advantage, teams coming off a bye week, and West Coast teams always struggling in the 1 p.m. Eastern time slots as potential tiebreakers when I'm making my pick. In this one, I'm concerned with Cam Newton's ankle limiting him, and you want to be full strength when going up against Aaron Donald. The Rams are also being discredited going into 2019 because of Todd Gurley's arthritic knee, but he's had plenty of rest, and my trope about West Coast teams in the morning is more of a factor once teams start to get worn down from all the travel. In this one, Rams win. Ravens at Dolphins. The Ravens are bringing back that exotic smash mouth running game in 2019, and yes, I know that is what they were calling the Titans running game, but now belongs to the Ravens. I personally can't wait to see Lamar Jackson's development as a passer. This is one of those teams that will be easy to root for because they are actively choosing to zig when the rest of the league is trying to zag. Meanwhile, the Dolphins are beginning their tank tour 2019. Ravens win. Redskins at Eagles. The Redskins defense and running game is going to keep them in a lot of games, but Case Keenum is their starting quarterback. Eagles win. Bengals at Seahawks. You hate to see it, but the Bengals and Colts are going to be competing for quarterbacks in the 2020 NFL Draft next year. The Seahawks, however, are going to be looking at making a run at this thing in 2019. This looks like a college powerhouse team lining up a cupcake to shake off the rust before their real season starts. Seahawks win. And that was just the early slate of games on Sunday. Then we've got Colts at Chargers. Damn, your generational quarterback bails on you 2 weeks before the season, and then you got to go and get throttled by the Chargers and their pass rush? RIP, Colts fans. It is going to be a long one. Chargers win. Giants at Cowboys. It's week 1 and the Giants and Cowboys are playing. Color me shocked. The Giants are going to ride Eli until the wheels fall off, and that might actually happen against this Cowboys defense. With or without Zeke, Cowboys win. Lions at Cardinals. The Cardinals just had the number 1 overall pick, so they must be awful, right? Well, unless the genius of Matt Patricia comes through here, I think it's going to be really tough to slow down the Cardinals offense until teams get some legit film on them. Please, just don't let this pre-snap clapping thing become a thing, all right? I don't want this to be one of the NFL storylines of 2019. Cardinals win. 49ers at Buccaneers. Jimmy G looked rough in preseason, but I'm not sounding alarms just yet. This 49ers team isn't built to be an offensive juggernaut, but this Bucs team is, and they've been a pretty cohesive unit for a few years now, so I expect Bruce Arians to keep the game plan where they feel comfortable early on. Bucs win. And then on the first Sunday night of 2019, we've got Steelers at Patriots. This is always a good matchup, except for the fact the Patriots basically run the table on this. I know that the Steelers won their most recent matchup, but Bill Belichick is going to have his guys prepared for week 1 of the season. They probably feel a little bit slighted that they were not the Thursday night kickoff game, and I think that this offense just becomes a lot easier to defend without a guy like Antonio Brown. Patriots win. And then on Monday night, we have got our doubleheader. Guys, I wish they would do this doubleheader thing every single week. I don't understand why they don't. It would just generate more money. Isn't that what the NFL is all about? Like, give me a West Coast and a East Coast Monday night football game every single week. But this year, we've got first up at 7 o'clock, Texans at Saints. The Saints are a really tough team to beat in prime time in the Metrodome. If it didn't take so long for offenses to really start clicking, I would say that, man, this game has potential to be a massive shootout. And maybe it still does. Maybe the nerves take over and this ends up being a 35-38 type of game. And even though I was warning Saints fans in my hate tour 2018 about how you can't expect to always win at home, I do feel like week 1 in the season, the energy, the atmosphere, everything like that is definitely going to be leaning in the home team's favor. So I'm going to go Saints win. And then last but not least, we've got Broncos at Raiders. I wish that both of these Monday night games were also divisional matchups, but at least the second one is a classic. And these are two teams that it's going to be interesting to get a read on early in the season. I think that they both have potential to surprise people, but then they also both have potential to be a bottom feeder. When it comes down to it, you've got a rookie head coach and Joe Flacco up against a Super Bowl winning coach in his second year with a team where he's been able to collect all of the pieces that he thinks are good fits for what he wants to do around there. So as far as who gets off to the hot start first, I think it's the Raiders, but this Broncos defense is going to be no joke. But on week 1, Monday Night Football, give me the Raiders. That's going to do it for week 1. Guys, thank you so much for watching. Please hit that like button. We are trying to hit our goal of 100 likes. It really means a lot to me that you help me grow this channel. It allows me to continue to grind every single week, every single day to make the NFL content that I would like to see, and I hope that you enjoy it too. Let me know in the comments if there's anything that you would like to see differently, added, changed, whatever. This is for you guys and girls. Thank you so much for watching, liking, commenting, subscribing, all that good stuff. Good luck to your football team, and I will see you all in the next video.